Hey, I'm looking at the DOI.gov blog. It says 13 awesome facts about bats. Okay. I ran to the desk. Okay. I need echolocation. I went and ran into the desk. But it says there are over 1,400 species of bats worldwide. Wow. Someone got bored enough to count all the species of bats. I'm messing. It says bats can be found in nearly every part of the planet except for the extreme deserts and polar regions. Difference in size and shape is equally impressive. Bats range in size from the Kitti's hognose bat, or bumblebee bat, which is the world's smallest mammal, weighing less than a penny, to the flying fox, which has a wingspan of up to 6 feet. The U.S. and Canada are home to 47 species of bats, and additional species are found in the United States territories in the Pacific and Caribbean. But yeah, the flying fox will span up to 6 feet. Gosh, imagine hitting that with your car. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. There's so many bats. Ooh, not all bats hibernate. Even though bears and bats are the two most well-known hibernators, not all bats spend their winter in caves. Some species, like the spotted bat, survive by migrating to warmer areas in search of food when it gets chilly. Bats have few natural predators. Disease is one of the biggest threats. Owls, hawks, and snakes eat bats, but that's nothing compared to the millions of bats dying from the white nose syndrome. Aww. The disease, named for a white fungus on the muzzle and wings of bats, affects hibernating bats and has been detected in 40 states and 9 Canadian provinces. Wow. This deadly syndrome has decimated certain species more than others. It has killed over 90% of the northern long-eared little brown and tricolored bat populations in fewer than 10 years. Wow. Scientists are developing and testing treatments to stop the disease from devastating bat populations. You can help by avoiding places where bats are hibernating. If you go underground, decontaminate your clothing, footwear, and gear so you won't spread the disease to other areas. Wow. Without bats, say goodbye to bananas, avocados, and mangoes. Over 300 species of fruit depend on bats for pollination. Ooh. So take that, honeybee. Okay. Bats help spread seeds for nuts, figs, and cacao, the main ingredient in chocolate. Without bats, we also wouldn't have plants like agave or the iconic saguaro cactus. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, we can hover at flowers. That's pretty cool. It's almost like it's designed to go in there and get it. Anyway, night insects have the most to fear from bats. Ooh. Each night, bats can eat their body weight in insects, numbering in the thousands. This insect heavy diet helps foresters and farmers protect their crops from pests. Ain't that cool? Like, just look at all those bats. Just soak it in for a moment. Okay, that's enough of that. So, let's move on. Bats are the only flying mammal. I don't know. Some people do fly airplanes, but anyway. While the flying squirrel can only glide for short distances, bats are true flyers. A bat's wing resembles a modified human hand. That's me cracking my fingers. Imagine the skin between your fingers larger, thinner, and stretched. This flexible skin membrane that stings between each long finger bone and many movable joints make bats agile flyers. It's almost like we have a common designer. Bats may be small, but they're fast little creatures. How fast a bat flies depends on the species, but they can reach speeds of over 100 miles per hour, according to new research. Wow. One who shot a bat out of a cannon. Robin, we gotta catch the flash. Yeah, conservation efforts that can help save bat species. Let's try to read this again, Tyler. Conservation efforts can help bat species recover. Experts estimate that 52% of North American bat species are at risk of severe population declines in the next 15 years. 10 U.S. species are listed as endangered, with one or more listed as threatened. These amazing animals face a multitude of threats, including habitat loss and disease, but collaborative international conservation efforts can make a difference. Also, learning to read can make a difference. In the southeastern United States and Mexico, collaborations Yeah, collaborations have helped one species, the lesser long-nosed bat, become the first bat species to recover and be removed from the endangered species list. In 1988, there were thought to be fewer than 1,000 bats at the 14 known roost range wide. Wow. Less than 1,000 bats. Wow. As of 2018, 30 years later, there was estimated of 200,000 bats at 75 roosts. Wow. The longest living bat is 41. It is said that the smaller the animal, the shorter its lifespan. But bats break the rule of longevity. Although most bats live less than 20 years in the wild, scientists have documented 6 species that live more than 30 years. In 2006, a tiny bat from Siberia set the world record at 41 years because it was frozen. I'm messing. That's pretty cool. That's a cool looking bat right there. So that one lives about 16. Like cats, bats clean themselves. Far from being dirty, bats spend a lot of time grooming themselves. Even my dyslexia's kicking in hard right now. Instead of even some even groom each other. Besides having sleek fur, cleaning also helps control parasites. Ooh. Dogs aren't the only ones with pups. Baby bats are called pups, and a group of bats is a colony. Yay, sky puppies! Like other mammals, mother bats feed their pups on breast milk, not insects. Most bats give birth to a single pup. There is at least one species that commonly has twins, and that is the eastern red bat. Mama bats form nursery colonies in spring in caves, dead trees, and rock crevices. Wow, that looks crowded. Bats are inspiring medical marvels. How? About 80 medicines come from plants that rely on bats for their survival. While bats are not blind, studying how bats use echolocation has helped scientists develop navigational aids for the blind. Research on bats has also led to advances in vaccines. Wow. Innies are outies. Humans are the only one with belly buttons. With a few exceptions, nearly all mammals have navels because of mom's umbilical cord, and bats are no different. Now for the real question. Innies or outies? Hello. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. And it talks about that. But I think bats are amazing things that God made. And I think he should get the credit for it. Like this person who made, like the person who took this picture. This is a pretty cool picture. But I think God should get the credit for his creation because he made amazing creatures. He also made you. Bats are awesome, but you're made in the image of God. And you can do great things. There's a creator of the universe, and he loves you, and he made a wonderful, amazing world that couldn't have happened by chance. Think about, like, their hands are similar to ours, they said. I say it's because of common designer, but they're designed to be lightweight, and their body's the right size for those wings so that we could flap and they can fly. If we had web between our fingers, we wouldn't fly. We would have to change the size of our fingers as well as add that stuff between them and change our muscular structure for like the muscles needed for flight. That's saying they're designed to fly. And I think the designer should get credit for it. But whatever you do today, I hope you have a wonderful day and know that God loves you. Have a nice day and goodbye.